Hello friends, welcome to VPMP. I hope you liked my previous video which was on why do people fail in PMP exams and how do people pass the PMP exam. So today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is what should we be doing during the exam. So guys, if you like my content, I request you all to please subscribe my channel and please share my video to the needy ones. So let's see what are some of the tips that we should be following during the exam. My first tip is, please read the question completely once. Do not overlook the question, or you may try to skip few of the points in the question. So don't do it. Read the question completely once. Then once you have read the question completely once, do not jump to any conclusion, because once you read the question, you may tend towards some of the catchy words or some of the words that are maybe important but irrelevant for the answer. So what you will be doing, you will be jumping onto conclusion. So we should avoid this. Then once we have read the question completely, what we need to do is we need to select important keywords in the question or key phrases in the question and then mark them, as a marker is available during the exam. What are the important keywords? The important keywords may be some of the tricky English words like not, or select important, or which is the correct sequence, or which is the incorrect sequence. So these all are the important tricky words of English. Please mark them first. Then one of the way of identifying the question is understanding which phase your project is in. Let's say your project may be in planning phase and you need to modify a particular important document. So most of the time you don't need to go through the change control board or the change control sequence. You can directly go ahead and change the document, but the same is not applicable if you are in monitoring and controlling phase. So what we need to do is we need to follow the change control process. Then the important thing, one of the important portion is stakeholder. So our answer may vary depending on the stakeholder importance as well. Let's say a particular stakeholder is high on power and interest grid. The answer may be different for them, and if a stakeholder is like high on the power but low on interest grid, then our answer may be different. The important techniques of answering a question during PMP exam is elimination technique. So once we have read the question completely, we have marked the key phase, then we should go with the elimination technique. So in this technique, what we can do is we can eliminate one by one. Okay, we can go through each of the option one by one and eliminate. My suggestion is don't eliminate two options at a time, eliminate one by one. Now what should you do if you get confused between two answers? This thing I used to face when I was doing my initial mocks, in my 400 or 500 mocks, that initial mocks. I have done around 1800 mocks before sitting for the exam and getting passed. But when you are in initial phase, what you will be doing, you will be getting confused between two of the answers. Okay, when you get confused between two of the answers, the important thing is, this is guys my feeling, we often go with the first. I often went with my first answer. So if during the exam we have solved more than around you can say 1000 mocks, 1200 mocks or 1500 mocks, our instinct start working. So in the instinct we can say that whatever we selected first will be the correct one. If we keep on looping, then we are not going to reach to any conclusion. Then mark the question and attempt it later, because if you get confused, okay, don't waste time. If you waste time, you will end up eating up your time. So don't waste time, guys. Mark the question and move on to the next one. Now what should you do when you are short of time? This is very important, because most of my friends told they fell short of time towards end of the exam. So whenever we feel or we lag behind time, the important thing is have a quick look at the question. From the quick look, no need to mark the keywords. You can just find some of the keywords and then you can go for the answer based on your experience during the mocks, because this is the reason why people recommend for having a large number of mocks. Because if you have done large number of mocks during tricky questions and during questions when you are falling short of time, your instinct is going to help you. Then what should you do if you have completed or attempted all questions before time? Now a bad habit that I had was I used to go during my mocks, I used to go back and see I used to see all of the questions one by one, and then in few questions I used to get confused and change my answer. I would recommend, if it is completed, check only the one that you have marked for later, and then try to spend some time on the keywords and the options that you are having to arrive to a particular answer, even if you have marked it. So one of the important suggestion is, when you are moving on to next question, okay, make sure, guys, even if you are marking, attempt it. Because what will happen if you are going out of the time, okay, if you have marked the question, there are chances that if you have answered the question, there are chances that answer may be right and you will be getting marks for it. But if we don't attempt that question, or we don't select a particular answer and only mark and move, when the time finishes, we are not going to get any of the mark. Then make sure you have answered all of the question. Okay, this is very important, because during exam, due to pressure, there are chances you may skip the some of the questions, or the next button may be pressed twice. If that is the case, then there is high chances that we may miss few of the questions, okay, or even one of the question. Why should we miss it? Okay, so please check in the view. There will be one view available in which it will show you have marked how many questions and how many questions you have not attempted. Go and attempt all of the question. Even if you are feeling short of time, guys, I will suggest go and just randomly select the answers, because we don't have negative marking in PMP. So best thing is to attempt all of the questions. So I hope, guys, this video is going to help you. If you like my content, kindly please subscribe to my channel and share this video link with your friend who needs help. Thank you for watching.